Hej, Alexander her med en lille note, inden du begynder at lytte til dagens afsnit af 15 minutter med en Clever Content-vinder. I dag taler vi med Helle Jacobsen fra Related og Benny Andersson fra Logitech. Benny Andersson er svensker og taler derfor svensk. Vi har valgt at lave interviewet på engelsk for at sikre, at så mange som muligt kan forstå, hvad der bliver sagt. Så altså, denne udgave af 15 minutter med en Clever Content-vinder er på engelsk. God fornøjelse. Benny, how do you make video cables, meeting rooms and AV installation feel like the Champions League?
To combine the professionalism from the installers doing what they do every day, but we streamcast it online so friends and family can enjoy and watch online, then you have something fun to watch and you create great memories.
You win!
Velkommen til 15 minutter med en Clever Content-vinder, powered by Brain Movers. Det er podcasten, hvor vi dykker ned i, hvordan vinderne af Clever Content Awards 2026 har arbejdet med deres prisvindende projekter. Jeg hedder Alexander Højfeldt Lund, jeg er partner i Brain Movers, og jeg har glædet mig til at tale med jer, Benny Andersson, Marketing Manager B2B Nordics hos Logitech, og Helle Jacobsen, Lifestyle, PR, Content og Social Director hos Related. Can you hear me, guys?
Absolutely. Loud and clear.
Thank you for inviting us.
Wonderful. Logitech and Related won gold in the category Best B2B Strategy at the Clever Content Awards 2026 for your work on the campaign Logitech Video Installation World Cup. Could you start out by briefly describing the campaign and its purpose?
Absolutely. It came together as a celebration to the technicians and the installers that actually makes this type of calls happen. Because without them, we would have great technic devices, but no one to install them. It would be crazy. So we wanted to celebrate them, but we also wanted to connect with them much more. So that was how we came up with a crazy idea to give them a purpose to get them into one room and celebrate them. And what could be better than to actually compete in this great skill set that these guys and girls actually have. Because without them, we wouldn't hear, we wouldn't be seen, and it would be chaos. So we, found a combination there to celebrate the heroes of our industry.
So just to be clear, it was a live event that you hosted online, correctly?
Absolutely. It was a live event. We had it in one location where we divided or invited the different resellers to compete in the skill set of setting up a full video conference room, and we also live streamed it. So we had audience in the live studio, and we had audience online to watch and celebrate. It was friends, family, co-workers watching both at the set and online.
And the target audience, as you mentioned, was AV technicians, installers, and as you said, they are essential to making modern meetings work, but they are rarely in the spotlight. They are sort of in the background. They fix the cables, they set up the projectors, all of that stuff. Why was it important for Logitech to shine a light on this particular group?
Without them, the things wouldn't work. absolutely, we are making world-class products, but if you don't miss those guys when everything work, but you really miss them if something gets broken. And 99% of time things work thanks to them, and no one thinks about them. We only think about those people when things are not working. So we wanted to lift them and their hard work and their great knowledge in a more fun way, because B2B marketing are often pretty boring. So in this case, we had an opportunity to actually do something fun.
And so they are sort of hidden heroes of everyday working life, so to speak. But could you talk a bit about what role they play in Logitech's value chain that make them especially relevant to engage with?
Yeah, I mean, they are critical ambassadors for the solutions because they are the ones who actually have the technology in their hands on a day-to-day basis. They also recommend products in the organizations. They know what works and what doesn't. They know how to solve problems, and they also know how to make meetings succeed without technical problems. So from a business perspective, they are extremely important. So as Benny said, instead of approaching them with just traditional product communication, we wanted to also engage with them and build some trust and loyalty through something that actually respect what they do, their craft and their identity.
And as I understand it, it was very much built on the insight that these installers and technicians are motivated by professional pride, by community, and also by recognition. So how did you take those insights and translate them into a concrete event format?
It was actually, it all started with Atea, our great partner in Denmark. We had a great opportunity for the first time to host all their technicians and installers in one room. And we were planning, okay, how do we do that? Should we do it, in the boring suit up, have a PowerPoint presentation? We needed to do that as well, but we realized, could we do something more? And we actually built 2 walls, and we divided these guys and girls into 2 teams and had them to do the first video installation World Cup without knowing it was a video installation World Cup. But looking at the pride, looking at their eyes, they were like children on Christmas Eve when they had to compete and build and make everything work. And we thought, here we got something. Here we have something to build on, because their pride in doing it correctly, doing it nicely, doing it fast, and having so much fun was the, here we have something, and we built on it. We went back, we sat down with our esport team or our gaming team, and we started to, okay, could we do something like an esport event out of this? And that was how it all started 4 years ago, and then it has built on to become what it is today.
And just to say, Atea is a big IT support and installation company in Denmark. So you chose to create a new sport around video installation. So how did you take that initial idea, as you talked about, Benny, and then turned it into a competition, with champions and audience and stuff like that? I guess there must have been some talks around how do we actually make this into something, like a sport event.
Yeah, and one of the discussions was, Logitech is a brand that are huge on mice keyboards, but on video conference products. But we are also big on esport with our gaming mouse, keyboards, headset, and everything. And we have one leg in that world. So combining our B2B leg, with our esport leg. And what are they doing? They are doing something that other sports are envious of. They are creating a community with live streaming. It's free. It's easy to find, and it's fun to watch. And to combine those two things was when we saw the happiness in the eyes of the ATEA guys and girls. We thought, okay, could we do this as a live stream with a host, with a microphone, with the live stream, with actually an audience at the place, maybe having a beer or a Coke or something, but having a fun time. That's what was the thing that, we had those two. Could we combine them? And we did. And we came closer to the audience we want to come closer to. And now I get an email more or less once a week. When is the next competition? We want to join. We want to compete. So it's fun.
And also, I would say the setting up equipment is not something you have to show it live, right? It has so many elements. But if you just do it in a proper way, in a usual way in the office, it takes hours. So we added some speed and some elements that are in the gaming world, and that really worked so well. It was fun.
Yeah, and the concept, as you mentioned, Benny, and also you talk about, Helle, is that it borrows from esports and gaming events, which most people might have. They see the connection with Counter-Strike and the big tournaments. Other than Logitech being a part of that gaming space as well, why was the concept of esports and a gaming event a good fit for AV technicians and installers?
Well, because there are actually a lot of similarities already, right? There, a lot of these people are naturally interested in tech already. Many of them also are part of the gaming culture, and therefore there's already a cultural overlap. And in both worlds, you need precision, you need speed, you need teamwork, you need to work well under pressure, and you also have, of course, a need for technical expertise. And that's very clear in both of these cases. So borrowing from esports was really a way to get that energy into a more corporate world. And that's also what Logitech is very much about. It's about adding excitement and fun to something that's more productive. So in many ways, it was a completely perfect setup.
The participant had to set up a fully functional video conference room, with lighting and sound, and do it as quickly as possible and as accurately as possible. Can you talk about how did you design the competition so it both was, relevant from a professional point of view, but also entertaining to watch?
Yeah, firstly, it was about celebrating the heroes. So the products, in a way, was the second most important thing. To make them stand out, to make them do the things they need to do in real life. But also showcase in a way that Logitech is. It's easy products to use or to install, that you can do it fast as well. But it's when we what do we need? What do we do? It need to work. So the team work aspect of things could work as well. So they can be up to 3 persons in one team, and that's important to show that it's a teamwork effort. So we chose products after what kind of things we needed them to do, to screw to install cables, to measure, to have the screen in the right place. So yeah, we needed all those elements. So that was how we decided, and of course it needed to be a working room. So that was also one part of it, of course.
Yeah, and it was very important, this balance, that it had to feel authentic, so that it would be professional, credible, and it had to be based on real installation challenges also, but then adding all the fun and the super enthusiastic host and the live interviews during the event and so on, so that it also created some excitement.
Because that element of everything being live online, even if you don't know if it's 1 or 0 or thousands that are watching, that element makes it more real, more the pulse, because you never know what's going to go right or wrong, and that makes it so much more fun. And you can see it in the eyes of the heroes that are competing, because when something are getting a bit going on the wrong side of things, that's will happen in life as well. But you see the stress level, and it gets so much more fun to watch, and for them to compete as well.
Yeah, and actually it's very similar also to the world of athletics, right? So sports, you really feel the high pulse during an event like that, which is super cool. Yeah, it's the passion that drives them.
And of course, this was a live stream format. And I want to ask you, what can because in B2B, the classic way of going about marketing your products would be product videos. If you're really out there, you try to do a webinar, maybe some case stories, but you chose to go in this totally other direction. What is it that a live format can in a B2B context that the traditional B2B content cannot do?
Well, I guess it just makes the storytelling come alive in a way you can't write your way out of, no matter how great a copywriter you are. You just have to have these visual elements and the spontaneity of the situation, which is just, you can't really copy that otherwise. So in order to make someone feel something and really get the story across, that's just a very, very effective tool. And I don't know why it's not been used before, honestly. It's probably a matter of people thinking too much inside the box usually, and that you are afraid of not seeming professional enough. But it's people that we're communicating to, and we also have to show that very human aspect of it, the passion that actually lies in this professional challenge.
And I believe we have been lucky in the way that we wanted, or we thought outside the box, and today with more and more AI driven things as well. This is real. This is happening now. It's real people. And I believe sometimes in B2B marketing, we forget about it's actually people that are our audience. We believe it's the company. The company is not the robot. It's the people inside the company we want to touch and want to reach out to. So I think that's part of the success doing it as a live stream, that we touched.
Yeah, and speaking about people, there was a number of partners, and they also played an important role in participating, of course, but also in the distribution. Can you talk a bit about how you worked with them and what impact they had on the communication?
Working with our partners, the distributors and the partners has been, they have been the target group, the people that are working there. So when we have get them on board, get them to use their social media to spread the word. Also having pizza parties at their office, watching their coworkers, made this much bigger. We didn't think about that from the beginning, but that was what happened when we actually invited them and made them be a part of this community. That was one of the purpose that we wanted to create, was to create a community for the installers, and we wanted to celebrate them and to get the partners and distributors with us, made that happen because they loved it. So it has really, we have succeeded with the purpose to engage more with and coming closer to our partners. Normally we are close to the sales department, but we haven't been that close to the technician departments. But now we are even close with the HR and others, because they could enjoy the competition and be proud of their company competing.
I mean, the partners, they distributed the content because they became part of the story, right? And they had a chance also provided to celebrate their teams internally, which is, in a world where employer branding is also important, that's a big win. And in Sweden, we were so lucky that the winning team from the partner Logic IT, they were interviewed live on Nyhetsmorgon on national Swedish television. So they were the face and the endorsers of this whole concept, promoting both the campaign and also Logitech in many ways, and then strengthening the ties to Logitech. So that was also.
They were also asked or interviewed when a couple of months ago there were chaos when the political party, the Liberals, had their country meeting. It was all over the news because nothing worked. It was a digital meeting, and it was all the fun stuff that you see online when, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? And the picture was freezing. They were trying to vote, and nothing worked. And then the Nyhetsmorgon again called up the world champion to ask, what could they have done? How could they do it right? So it has, they have really become the heroes of the industry thanks to this, which are so much fun.
That's what you could only hope for, right? So that was great.
Yeah, and the results are impressive, as you mentioned, coverage on national Swedish television, but also like 200 professionals attending the final. You had strong live stream performance, 50 external LinkedIn posts. I mean, what does these results say about the potential in this live stream format that you have made, and about, of course, also the work that you have done?
Yeah, I think it shows that even really complicated or technical B2B communication can break out of the niche, especially when it's built around people, emotional communication, good storytelling. So we didn't just create awareness, we also created some pride and some community feeling among the people that were engaging with this. And when people really, really care, they also start sharing the story themselves. And that's actually why this story expanded beyond the AV industry. And I think it's something that's compatible with many industries. It could be applied to many other brand stories or formats as well. And in that sense, I mean, in terms of, you ask about what potential it has, the scale of this concept has already increased significantly. So it's not only in Denmark or in Sweden, as we just touched upon, it's also been expanded to other countries in the Logitech network. So it is really becoming a World Cup for Logitech video installation, which was also the ambition. So it has great potential, and it transverses other countries and other cultures as well, because it's something everyone can understand. It's very powerful as a tool, I think.
Yeah, and when you look back at the work you've done with the Logitech Video Installation World Cup, if you could pass on some advice or some knowledge or learning to other B2B brands that might want to dip their toes in live formats, what would you pass on to them?
I would say don't underestimate your audience. Desire to, feel seen and to be celebrated. B2B audience, they are still people. They want emotions, they want to have fun, they want to be recognized. So I think that's something we forget about from time to time in the B2B marketing. So dare to lose your control, dare to be a bit more human, and look into your brand. What's your brand about, and how can you share those emotions? So everything doesn't need to be perfect, polished. You need to do something more. Dare to have fun. In Logitech, in our culture, we say work and play, and I think we have combined this in a great way with the Video Installation World Cup.
Benny Anderson, Marketing Manager B2B Nordics at Logitech, and Helle Jacobsen, Lifestyle, PR, Content and Social Director at Related. Thank you for playing with me today, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. So much fun.
It was fun.
Er du interesseret i at høre mere om andre spændende vindercases fra Danmarks eneste award dedikeret til content, så skal du besøge clevercontent.dk. Vil du lytte til flere afsnit af den her podcast, så kan du finde dem på Spotify eller Apple Podcast. Og vil du have billedet på, mens vi taler sammen, Helle, Benny og jeg, så kan du se hele podcasten på vores YouTube-kanal. Vi lyttes ved.